This has been a presentation of the Yes Network. Soaring into history. Your home for award-winning coverage of the New York Yankees.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
How about a day of sightseeing? You start in San Francisco, the long and winding road that is Lombard Street. Then, of course, you've got to check out the Golden Gate Bridge. What would any trip to San Francisco be without that? And then when you're done with your sightseeing, get on the Bay Bridge, head to Oakland, where it is time for baseball, as the Yes Network presents New York Yankees baseball. And tonight, it's the New York Yankees against the Oakland Athletics in the middle game of a three-game set from the Oakland Alameda County Coliseum here in Oakland, California. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Yankees baseball, along with Ken Singleton. I'm Michael Kay. Well, this road trip didn't start off well. The Yankees lost 6-3 yesterday to the A's, and the A's are starting to close in on the Yankees for that first wild card spot. After the game, Brett Gardner talked about what has to be a concern for this team.
I'm not too concerned about where we're at in the standings in relation to them or in relation to Boston. I'm just concerned about us playing better. And, I think we've got a really, really good team, a team that can do a lot of damage and be dangerous deep into the postseason, but we've got to play better if we want to get there. So, it's up to us to figure out a way to do that. If I had the answers, I individually and maybe the team, we'd probably be doing a little better, but we just got to keep working. It's a long season. We've still got several weeks of baseball left, so, it's not always the team that plays the best during the season. It's the team that plays the best at the right time and gets hot at the right time. So hopefully there's some of that left in the tank for us.
Well, you really want to put yourself in the best position to succeed in the playoffs. If you don't catch Boston and you have to be a wild card team, you want that game to be at Yankee Stadium. And as I mentioned, the A's are closing in.
Yes, they are. They're playing some very good ball. I talked to Brett in the clubhouse before the ball game, and I mentioned this is a time where the good teams make their final push. Try and get your best slot for the playoffs and then go from there. Remember last year, the Yankees came within one game of going to the World Series. They want to go to the World Series this year.
Absolutely, and now they'll try to even up this series. Let's take a look at the pitching matchup, brought to you by People's United Bank. J-Happ coming off his lone bad start since becoming a Yankee. He'll be on the mound for the Yankees, and Liam Hendricks is one of the relief pitchers that's going to start this game for the Oakland A's. They call it an opener, and the opener, or whoever comes in after that, they have to be concerned with Luke Voigt.
Yeah, he's been hot, swinging the bat very well. In fact, he's joined the Yankee lineup, and he's made some noise these last few ball games. He's got power to all fields. That's straightaway center at Yankee Stadium. But what I really like about his swing, it plays well to right center field. Power to the opposite field plays well at Yankee Stadium. It played well here at the Coliseum yesterday. This home run early in the game tied the score. But the Yankees went on to lose by a score of 6-3.
He has been on fire. Take a look at this in his last 11 games, hitting .378. That's 14 for 37, and 6 of the 14 have left the yard. That ties him for the most home runs in Major League Baseball during that span. 12 ribbies and a lusty 1.317 OPS. Good stuff. And you know what? Yes, After Dark is going to be good stuff as well. We will be the bridge from your day to sleep. When we come back, lineups, first pitch, baseball, Yankees A's next, right here on Yes. Yes, is brought to you in part by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. By People's United Bank. Need a new checking account? Don't pick one out of left field. People's United Bank, member FDIC. And by Buick, visit tristatebuick.com for great lease offers. It's another beautiful day here in the Bay Area. And you got to thank Grandpa, because baseball fandom, all sports fandom, runs through the genes. I mean, it's the family. It's passed down. It is a generational game for sure. There's a guy who's had generations of baseball in his family, grandpa to father to him and his brother. And this is the Yankee lineup that he has put together as the A's have taken the field. Brett Gardner's going to lead off in this one. He'll play left field. The DH is Giancarlo Stanton. Andrew McCutchen in right field will hit third. Cleaning up center fielder Aaron Hicks. Miguel Andujar at third base will bat fifth. Batting sixth is the catcher Gary Sanchez. Neil Walker at second base will bat seventh. Batting eighth, the first baseman Luke Voigt. And dropping to the number 9 hole is the shortstop Gleyber Torres.
On the mound tonight for the Oakland A's, Liam Hendricks, 2-2 in his career against the Yankees. Started out with the Minnesota Twins. You see his numbers on the year. He's made one start, an abbreviated one. He's an opener. Yeah, what the Rays have started is spread to the west coast of the A's. Let's check out our pitcher scouting report. No worries, mate. He was born in Perth, Western Australia. He's an Australian by birth, but now lives in Fort Myers, Florida. And he is the designated opener for the A's. They've had 2 of these now. This is the second one. He started both of these games. And Ryan Stanek of the Rays, well, he set a record last night. 21 starts with no decisions. He's the designated opener for the Rays. He started last night's game, and he's starting again tonight for the Rays.
Well, this is out of necessity, obviously, because they've had so many injuries to starters, and they've got such a full bullpen, an effective bullpen. They feel that it can be done. Here's Hendricks. He's ready. Gardner's ready. And let's do it here in Oakland. First pitch is a strike, and we're underway.
First pitch.
Yeah, we were talking about this before the game, and the Rays have kind of perfected it. And now the A's, as you said, because the injuries to their starters, Liam Hendricks gets his second start, although he's only going to last about 1 inning or so.
And they certainly had the arms in the bullpen, Kenny.
Yeah.
They have 12 righties and 2 lefties. That's a lot of people that Bob Melvin could mix and match with.
Yeah, you got to get out there early to get a seat.
Two and one.
Bob Melvin's done a heck of a job with this A's ball club. I mean, they don't have the highest payroll in the league, but certainly they've been playing very well since the All-Star break, or since June.
This guy the other way. Melvin, 56 years old, his 8th season as A's manager, 15th season as a big league manager. Managed with the Mariners, the Diamondbacks, and now the A's. And he's had 3 postseason trips with the A's. It's going to be very interesting, Kenny, the job that Alex Cora has done with the Red Sox, where he can win a record number of games. And then you look at Bob Melvin and what he's done with a team that wasn't supposed to be here whatsoever. Who will get the vote for Manager of the Year?
Well, the A's have already won 8 more games than they won all last year, and they've still got a month to go.
Kevin Cash, also of the Rays, has done a phenomenal job. Swing and a miss. It gets away from Lucroy, and he fires to first. The home plate umpire, Tom Hallion, was in his way, was trying to push him out of the way to get a clear route to first, and he finally did.
Well, Hallion was doing the hop, skip, and a jump to try and get out of the way of Lucroy, and eventually he did. And to catch the ball, first of all, he was helped out because the ball hit Hallion's shin guard, and that kept the ball in the home plate area, and he was able to throw Gardner out. That ball was destined for the screen.
So here's Giancarlo Stanton against Hendricks. Stanton, over his last 11 games, just 4 hits and 41 at bats.
Yeah, as hot as he was, now he's cooled off some.
High fly ball, right field. Piscotty back, and he'll make the play for the second out. Let's take a look at the A's defense, which is presented by Geico. Canna, Laureano can go get it in center field, and Piscotty is just on right. And then there's Chapman, arguably one of the best third basemen of the game. Semien, Lowry, and Olson, that's third to first. Lucroy behind the plate. Hendricks is on the mound. Well, there you go. Daniel Mengden is already warming for the A's. McCutchen takes inside, 1-0.
McCutchen's first start in the third spot in the order for the Yankees.
And today, Aaron Boone had McCutchen taking some fly balls in left field because against a lefty in Seattle, they might give Gardner a day off, and they want to be able to move McCutchen from right to left.
And put Stanton in right field.
Yes. Shattered back, ground ball up the middle. Right there is Lowry, and he gets McCutchen for the final out. So the Yankees go down in order 1-2-3. Yankees nothing. The Oakland Athletics come to bat. Why don't we take a look at the A's starting lineup? Marcus Semien is the shortstop. He'll lead off. Batting second and playing third is Matt Chapman. Jed Lowry at second base. He's been hot the last 14 games, hitting .340. He'll bat third. Cleaning up, DH Chris Davis. Stephen Piscotty in right field will bat fifth. Batting sixth, the first baseman Matt Olson. Mark Canna is in left field, batting seventh. Batting eighth and playing center field, Ramon Laureano. And Jonathan Lucroy is going to catch him bat ninth.
Yes, Jay Happ, he's making the start tonight for the Yankees, and several of these A's hitters have been swinging the bat well. He's going to have to try and cool them off. There's his numbers. 15-6, looking for Sweet 16 tonight in the win column. Let's check out our pitcher scouting report. Almost straight A's. He's 4-1 in his career against the Oakland A's. And this year, the veteran pitcher, career high, 165 strikeouts. And if you can remember, he's a first-time All-Star this year, and he got the save for the American League in the All-Star game representing the Toronto Blue Jays.
So here's Semien. Now Mengden is a starter, so that's why he started warming when he did, and he's going to get all the throws he needs before he probably takes over in the second inning. Right back to Jay Happ. To Voit. One away. Why don't we take a look at the Yankee defense presented by Geico? In the outfield, you've got Gardner in left, Hicks in center, and McCutchen over and right. In the infield, it's Andujar, Torres, Walker, and Voit. That's third to first. Gary Sanchez is behind the plate, and Jay Happ's on the mound. So here is Matt Chapman.
We talked about several of the A's hitters being hot, and he's one of them. Last 12 games, he's had 8 multi-hit games, and really been playing very well since the All-Star break.
hitting .338, Kenny, since the All-Star break.
He had a month in August where he had 22 extra base hits. Now the A's record, the Oakland A's record for extra base hits in a month is held by Reggie Jackson. And that was back in 1969. I was talking to Mr. October before the game. Reggie had 24 extra, there he is, had 24 extra base hits in 1 month. That's the Oakland A's record. Chapman came close.
Did he go? Yes, he did. So Chapman down on strikes. Let's look at the game time weather presented by Bigelow Tea. It is a Bay Area night. 62 degrees, humidity is 68%. The wind 10 miles per hour. It's clear and cool here in Oakland.
It's kind of refreshing, isn't it?
It's nice.
Yeah.
Here's Jed Lowry. Last 22 games hitting .333. Came up with the Red Sox as a top flight prospect. Never really lived up to it, and this year he finally made the All-Star game for the first time.
Those numbers, the 21 homers, 86 runs batted in, those were both the career highs.
Popped up. Luke Voit drifts into foul territory, and there's a lot of territory. And it almost came back on him, but he stayed with it to make the catch. So Jay Happ works a 1-2-3 first inning. We'll go to the second. Nothing. The Camry Hybrid is the official hybrid vehicle of the New York Yankees. We ask, which MLB team currently in the playoff hunt has surprised you the most this season and why? Louis Voigt says Braves Phillies. Both teams, much like the Yankees last year, were expected to be in rebuild mode for the next few seasons. No one expected them to be in the hunt this season. I'd agree with Louis, and I'd have to say the A's have to be in that conversation as well. Follow Yes Network and tweet us your responses using hashtag Yankees Camry Hybrid. Keep the conversation going. All right, so Mengden takes over. And he will deal to Aaron Hicks. Shows bunt, takes high.
Magnet's one of the few pitchers that goes to the overhead windup. This is like the classic style going back years ago. First of all, he doesn't want you to see his face.
Shows again for a bunt, pulls it back.
Yeah, that was a changeup.
So in 16 starts, 6-6, 4.47. He's 25 years old, out of Houston, Texas. Ripped. Foul. Yeah, he started that windup, Kenny, in college. Went to Texas A&M. Tried to snap out of a slump by doing something different, so went to the big windup. He said, I started throwing well, so I kept it. It helps my timing, gets everything going for me. I guess it's my own flair. Lined and caught by Olsen.
He's got a little Raleigh finger mustache going there, huh? A little handlebar.
He had the mustache with the Astros, but he said when he came over here, it fit perfectly because of fingers.
Hall of Fame reliever, Raleigh fingers. You know, I see him with the glove in front of his face, and right away I think of Andy Pettitte. Right. It just.
And Duhar lofts one to right center. The center field Laureano runs it down, 2 outs.
Yeah, he could run down a lot of balls in the outfield there. He's got great range and a good throwing arm. The A's called him up from Nashville about 20 or so games ago, and he's done a good job both offensively and defensively.
Number 24, Gary Sanchez.
There's Gary Sanchez batting in the 6th hole tonight. The A's shift for him, 3 infielders on the left side.
Yeah, Gary recently coming off the DL. On his rehab assignment, he only had 3 hits, but 2 of them were home runs.
Outside, 2-0. Mengden was drafted by Houston, 4th round pick in 2014, then traded to the A's in 2015 for Scott Kazmir. High fly ball, shallow left center. Laureano is there to make the play, and the Yankees go down in order in the 2nd. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Nothing right here on Yes. With the New England Revolution at Yankee Stadium. Coverage begins at 7, presented by Etihad Airways, right here on Yes. We go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Mengden threw just 8 pitches in the 2nd. Hendricks threw 11 in the 1st. Happ threw 8 in the 1st, 6 of them strikes. Here's Chris Davis now against Happ. Davis, 40 home runs, 106 runs batted in. Kenny, only the 22nd player in Major League Baseball history to hit 40 and 100 3 straight years.
Yeah, he's, as I mentioned yesterday, the only athletic in their history. Jimmy Fox to do that. He's a Hall of Famer. Double X. I think he's from Chestertown, Maryland, out on the Eastern Shore.
Well, since 2016, Chris Davis has had the most home runs in baseball. Giancarlo Stanton is second.
We mentioned the hot hitters. 42 games since the All-Star break for the A's. He's driven in 42 runs.
He also has 40 home runs in a park that is not kind to power hitters. This place is cavernous. And Davis goes down on strikes.
Well spotted fastball by Happ. Up and in, tied him up, back to the dugout. I used to like this park years ago. It was all right.
Did it play differently before Mount Davis?
You know, I think so. First of all, you had beautiful scenery beyond Mount Davis there in center field. You could see the mountains, you know, freeways. It was California. Oh, here we go. We have cameras, though, that can show you outdoors.
That one is ripped into center field. Going back is Hicks, still back, turning, looking, see ya. A home run for Piscotty, and it's 1-0 A's.
Well, we told you these A's have been playing very good baseball. Piscotty, as hot as some of his other teammates, now has a 7-game hitting streak. Hitting over 350 his last 15 games.
Here's Matt Olson. He swings at the first pitch and lofts it to left field. Gardner's there. 2 outs.
Let's take a look at it. The home run by Piscotty. Before the Yankees came to town, he had a 2-home-run game where drove in 5 runs. It looked like that ball hit the top of the fence and then went over, or barely got over. And now ties his career high in home runs. We'll take a look. Does it hit the top of the wall? It looked like it skimmed it and then disappeared. And you can see the look on, well, you couldn't see the look on Aaron Hicks's face, but you saw the shoulder slump.
Canna takes outside.
The A's are a distant second to the Yankees in home runs. But they've got 5 players with 20. And you count Davis twice because he's got 40.
Yes. 2-1.
This drumming's starting to get to me. This is 2 days in a row now.
Got to me yesterday.
Yeah, it's
high fly ball, center field. Hicks is there and makes the play for the final out of the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, the Piscotty home run, and nobody left. We go to the 3rd. 1-0 A's. Neil Walker will lead off the third inning. The A's lead 1-0 on the Piscotty home run. And Mengden in his second inning of work. Now, with the advent of openers rather than a starter who you can assume is going to be there for at least 5 innings, Kenny, it's a little bit more difficult to put a lineup together because Bob Melvin's not telling Aaron Boone who's coming in second.
Yeah, it's very true. And there's a little mystery because you figure even this guy might not go that far into the ball game. The A's have a very strong bullpen. And it's interesting the way that Aaron Boone constructed his lineup tonight. You know, to kind of combat that, if you will. In a way he did it. I don't think that Bob Melvin's going to bring in many left-handers, and I'll try and explain why. If you take a look at the Yankee lineup, at the very top, you got Brett Gardner. But if he brings in a lefty, potentially he has 8 consecutive right-handed hitters to follow Brett Gardner, with all the switch hitters in there. But Gardner, Hicks, and Walker, the way they are stationed in the lineup tonight, in every inning the Yankees are guaranteed to have at least one left-handed hitter come to the plate. And I think that's battling all these different right-handers that they have out in the bullpen. So Gardner, then Hicks 4th, then Walker 7th. So you can't go more than 2 right-handed hitters before you hit a guy who potentially can hit left-handed. So that's one way to make sure you got a lefty to battle these righties out in the pen.
Walker fouls it back. I mean, there's so much time and energy and research that goes into making a lineup. I mean, all the information, all the analytics. But if you don't know who's pitching, you're setting a lineup up for the most part for that first inning. But as Kenny said, the way they did it, this counteracts some of the things that Melvin can do.
And one of the, that's why it's good to have switch hitters on your team. Because as I said, if he brings in a lefty, which I don't anticipate him doing tonight.
Walker down on strikes. You heard it from Kenny. Now let's have Aaron Boone explain further.
Certainly presents a challenge, but I think at least, having experienced it now and having gone through it, I think guys kind of understand what to expect and know that, hey, it may be one time through the order for each guy. You may be getting a different guy every time, every new at bat. So you've got to have a game plan going in, understanding who's down there, having a baseline knowledge before they come in of who they're going to match up with you, how they might attack you. Those are all things we've got to be on top of as an offense.
Luke Voigt skies one just to the lip of the grass near the warning track in right field for the second out.
Yeah, I agree with Aaron Boone. It makes it more difficult as a hitter. Back in the day, as you mentioned, the starters would go deeper into games. You potentially face the starting pitcher 3, maybe even 4 times if they get to the 9th inning. Those days are kind of over, the way bullpens are constructed now. So I think that's one reason why it's more difficult to hit in this day and age. You add on the factor that there's so many more hard throwers out in bullpens. I mean, you look at the A's themselves. After the 7th inning, they're leading. They're 59-0 after yesterday.
Well, you wonder if this is the wave of the future.
Yeah.
I think Tampa Bay also had some injuries and they made some trades, but it's also a cost-effective way of starting.
Yeah, it's almost as if your opener is like 2 pitchers in 1 because you can still use them out of the bullpen. And as I mentioned, Ryan Stanek started last night for the Rays. He's starting again tonight, and he set an American League record last night with 21 starts this year without a decision. And of course, if you come out, you can't win the game, but you can lose it in the first inning.
Rays used 5 pitchers tonight, beat the Blue Jays 4-0, and I'm interested to see, Kenny, at what point when these guys go to an arbitrator.
Yeah.
Like Stanek goes, well, I made 25 starts at the end of the year. Oh.
How many wins did you get?
How many innings did you pitch? So I mean, all the templates that you have set for arbitration awards, they're not going to mean anything. 2-2. Fouled away by Torres.
I think the Rays have found a way to kind of keep their payroll more under control.
The game in the system.
Yeah, exactly. Well, over the years, they've traded their best pitchers. I mean, you go back to Price, you go back to Shields, you go to Chris Archer this year. you know, they get to a certain point where it's not cost effective for them to keep them, then they move into another club.
And it's hard to argue with what they're doing because they're having a pretty good year.
Yeah, they are.
Much better than people thought they'd have. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Mangin brings up 2 strikeouts as the Yankees go down in order here in the third. 1-0 A's, bottom of the third coming up. And we go back in time. September 4th, 1923. Sad Sam Jones was not sad this day as he throws the second no-hitter in team history during a 2-0 win at the Philadelphia Athletics Shibe Park. The forerunners of these Oakland A's. Philadelphia to Kansas City to Oakland.
Next stop, Hawaii.
Laureano takes a strike as we start the bottom of the third inning. It's 1-0 A's, middle game of this 3-game set. A home run by Piscotty with 1 out in the second, the only blemish on the board. 1-1.
Yeah, we were talking about Laureano and his defensive ability. When he got called up from Nashville, that's the A's AAA club, last 29 games he's 372. It was hard to keep him down there.
He was actually originally with the Astros, 16th round pick in 2014 out of Northeast Oklahoma A&M, but traded from the Astros to the A's for AA pitcher Brandon Bailey. And he walks, opening up the third. We told you about sad Sam Jones. Well, also on this date, Jim Abbott. One of the more remarkable feats in sports history. Pitches a no-hitter against a really good Indians lineup. Just an outstanding day at Yankee Stadium. And Kenny, he was really on the verge of being demoted out of the rotation. He had just pitched poorly his last start. And actually against the Indians, he was terrible in the previous start against them. They gave him that one more start, and he pitches the no-hitter.
He got a start after that, didn't he?
Yes. And when you consider a man born with one hand to be able to do what he did and then pitch a no-hitter, it's remarkable. 1-0 to Lucroy, but first to throw to first. Lucroy 1 for his last 15. Now, you talk to people around the A's, he's kind of been the glue that keeps this team together. They have a very small Spartan clubhouse. They don't have back rooms. They don't have rooms with video games or anything like that. They have to sit around their lockers and talk and play cards, and his locker is kind of the gathering place for a lot of people, a lot of the players.
You know, when you get off the elevator going down to the Yankee clubhouse, that's where the workout room is, and it's so small that the A's players are actually working out in the hall as soon as you get off the elevator.
Yep.
And Michael, he's also not afraid to be a vocal leader in that clubhouse. After the game last night, he was asked whether or not he believes the A's can send a message.
Double play, Yankees send a message. 4-6-3.
As I was saying, Michael, he was asked whether or not he felt as though the A's can send a message during this series. He said not only could they send a message to the Yankees, but he believes that he can send a message to the entire league that the A's are coming after it. They won it this year.
I think it was a late signing. He was one of those free agents that couldn't get an offer, and it puzzled a lot of people because he's always been a pretty good player. So he signed a one-year deal worth $6.5 million in March.
You know, every team that's in contention, Meredith and Michael, they feel that way. You know, they feel it's one thing to say it, it's another thing to do it. That's the way I look at it.
0-1 on Semien. He tapped back to Happ in the first inning.
Semien's a local guy, born in San Francisco, grew up in the Oakland area, went to Cal State Berkeley, played College World Series. Knows this area well. He's been over a few of those bridges, I bet.
Swing and a miss. Semien down on strikes. No runs, no hits, no errors, and because of the DP, nobody left. We'll go to the fourth inning. It's 1-0 A's. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Yankees home screen icons and features such as the MLB.tv Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today. Well, 9 up, 9 down for the Yankees over the first three. Here is Brett Gardner in his second at bat. Daniel Mengden in his third inning of work. 1-0. Audi scoreboard, 1-0 A's on the Piscotty home run.
First time Mengden has ever faced the Yankees.
Driven to right field and deep. Going back is Piscotty, and he makes the play on the track. One away.
Nice running catch by the right fielder. I was watching Gardner in batting practice. Hit the ball very well. Pulled a few into the seats. This one started out like it might have had a chance at least to be an extra base hit, but Piscotty, even though the ball was directly over his head, he had a nice angle on it and ends up next to the wall.
That might have settled comfortably into the seats in the Bronx.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Giancarlo Stanton. You wonder if Stanton, who's in a 4 for 42 slump, is he starting to feel some fatigue? Because if you look at the back of his baseball card, very few years has he played this many games. He's always had these tough injuries that have kept him out of the lineup for a while. And when he's played, he's been fresh. Now, last year, he played a lot. And he's also been the DH a lot. But you're trying to come up with reasons why he's in a little bit of a slump when he's such a good player.
As I said, I was watching BP, and he had it looked like he purposely hit a lot of balls to the right side of the field. Maybe trying to shake this, what, 4 for 42.
Chop toward third. Chapman low, and it's scooped up by Olsen. 2 away.
And we talked about Chapman's defensive prowess at third base. You have this category, run saved, and he's among the league leaders in that category. And you know, you look at him play and the way he's hit, the way he's come on the last couple of years, you get the feeling he might have an MVP in the future.
Kenny, he has saved 27 defensive runs. The next closest third baseman, Travis Shaw of the Brewers, has saved 9. Whoa. The next closest defender is Andrelton Simmons of the Angels with 20.
Andrelton Simmons is a legitimate fielder. So he's 7 ahead.
Yeah.
Now, one thing with Tom Hallion behind the plate, you don't want to be called out on strikes because it's almost embarrassing the histrionics he goes through.
These are the top 5 in defensive runs saved. So we told you about Simmons, then Nick Ahmed, Colton Wong, and Mookie Betts.
Only one outfielder in that group.
Swing and a miss. McCutchen down on strikes. And 2 ace pitchers have been perfect through 4 against the Yanks.
Yes, for an in-depth analysis of the Yankees' September stretch run to the playoffs. Plus, get all the pro football talk in advance of the NFL season openers. Catch TMKS on Yes every weekday starting at 3. I like the last 2 letters of that, TMKS. KS.
KS.
Yeah.
Ken Singleton. Tell you, Kenny, it was very odd, like leaving for the radio show at 10:30 in the morning today. Audi scoreboard 1-0 A's over the Yankees. Very empty ballpark, I'll tell you that. Chapman fouls it back. Again, 0-2. These two teams, Kenny, are playing as if they know that people on the East Coast have to go to work tomorrow. They are really jumping early in the count.
Well, you got a lot of hot hitters. They're jumping on the first thing smoking, coming in there.
Hammered foul.
It looked like Sanchez wanted that ball down and in. Pap didn't quite get it there, but it was in enough that Chapman, the only way to get the barrel of the bat on it was to pull it foul. So he was kind of up. It wasn't down, and he's able to smoke it, but a foul ball. It followed out with a changeup. You might be in business here.
Ground ball to second. Gleyber Torres gets Chapman. That was Neil Walker, I'm sorry. Torres is playing short. Thank you, Kenny.
No problem.
It's still a 4-3 if you're keeping score at home. Here's Jed Lowry. Fouled away.
Swinging at first pitch strikes.
Lowry, a first-round pick out of Stanford in 2005 by the Red Sox.
Another player out of this area.
He's a shortstop for most of his career, but he switched to second when he came back to Oakland in 2016. He's in the final year of a 4-year, $28 million deal that he had actually signed with the Astros in 2014.
Yeah, the way he's playing, he should get a raise.
Except he's 34, so we'll see how he's received as a free agent.
You know, that's a good point, because we saw what happened over the offseason, where a lot of guys that fall into this category weren't getting the type of deals they thought they should get. And a lot of them went into spring training without being signed. And I think one thing is that the teams are going to younger players who are less expensive and hoping they get the same production. Although it'd be hard to duplicate what Lowry's done for this team. And he's career high home runs batted in. He's only made 3 errors at second.
2-2.
Made the All-Star team.
He's also learned to sleep, Kenny.
Oh, I learned that a long time ago.
He was in a complete state of sleep deprivation for 3 or 4 years. He said he'd sleep 8 or 9 hours a night, wake up feeling like he got hit by a car. Finally, a doctor found the reason was a deviated septum, which he had repaired. And now he sleeps very well as he swings and misses for the second out.
Designated hitter.
4 strikeouts for half now. He's had 1 in every inning.
David.
Chris Davis swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. They call him Crush Davis here in Oakland.
It's interesting because they call Chris Davis in Baltimore the same thing.
Not anymore.
At least not as much.
I think he's going to crush their payroll for the next 4 years.
Yeah, he's definitely going to do that.
Good guy. You hope he turns it around, but boy,
He's gotten a little warmer in the second half. It's funny you mentioned the Orioles are up in Seattle tonight. They're playing the Mariners.
1-0 Seattle in the third. Seattle won last night 2-1. And the Yankees go to Seattle after they finish up the series in Oakland. 2-2. I have to admit the skeletal thing with the A's hat scares me.
Which one?
Right behind home plate, the skull.
What is that for? What does that add for?
I think it just scares people back on the East Coast because it's late, dark out.
Yeah. Pull the shades. I don't even know what that is.
Strike 3. And there's a Hallian call as Davis down on strikes. So Happ retires the side in order, and we move to the 5th. Yankees 4 ahead in the loss column over the A's, and the A's 5 ahead of the Mariners in the loss column. A bunt fielded by Chapman, and that's the wrong guy to bunt on. Chapman might be a future platinum gold glove or a platinum glove winner as Hicks is down 5-3.
Yeah, he came in on the run, and once he had the ball cleanly, he's got one of the stronger arms for a third baseman in the league. It wasn't that bad a bunt.
Now batting.
Yeah, I was watching him take ground balls before the game and throwing across the diamond. And you've heard me say this before. It's like you can hang out laundry on it, but he threw that on the run. That wasn't his strongest throw. I'm glad you pointed at that skull thing. Now I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
How about this? Of the last 36 Yankee batters in the series, they have 1 hit, and that was Adeiny Echeverria's single in the 5th inning yesterday. GMC scoreboard 1-0 Oakland. And yes, he has changed his name back to Echevarria after telling Jack Curry and Sweeney Murdy that it was Echevarria at the stadium the other day. Jason Zillo, the media relations maven of the Yankees, has gotten so many inquiries about why is his name being pronounced differently. Ground ball at third, Chapman there. High throw, and he throws it over the head of Olsen, and the Yankees have a base runner on the E5.
No, he told you he had a strong arm, but this time he missed the receiver. Olsen was wide open. And this one just sails way over his head. And a lot of time, he had too much time to make the play. Couple steps, and airmails it. That is his 17th error at third base.
And Semien has 19 errors at shortstop. Well, the perfect game is done. Now the Yankees looking for their first hit. Here's Gary Sanchez. Anyway, to finish about Echevarria, Jason Zillo went up to him because I got to make sure Major League Baseball Network's calling me. Everybody wants to know. ESPN. So Echevarria said, no, it's Echevarria. Completely different than what he told Jack and Sweeney. So we will go back to the original pronunciation of Adeiny Echevarria.
Even the first name has changed back.
Yes, it was Adeiny for a couple days. So we apologize for the confusion. One. So they get Mengden working out of the stretch for the first time. This is his fourth inning of work. The opener was Liam Hendricks, worked a 1-2-3 first. Now Mengden.
That mustache kind of in between Raleigh Fingers and Catfish Hunter. Fingers and Hunter.
This is a much smaller crowd than last night. They had over 40,000 in an afternoon start on Labor Day. What would you say, Kenny, about half of that?
Yeah, about half. I mean, they averaged just under 18,000 a game. So yesterday they more than doubled that average.
Hit sharply, and Semien on the short hop goes the short way, and they turn the double play. DP 6-4-3. No runs, no hits, one error, nobody left. We're halfway through.
Doing more. Aroldis Chapman was busy in Tampa today, throwing on flat ground for the second consecutive day. Aaron Boone said he was also on the treadmill. He'll do that for the next couple of days and see how that knee responds. As of now, there has been no pain in that left knee, so good news for the Yankees. Also, Didi Gregorius was out here running the bases at 100%. He also did aggressive fielding, as Aaron Boone put it. Guys just doing max effort out there in the field. He didn't feel anything at all in the heel. He will not be activated this series, but the Yankees pretty hopeful that he will be activated for that Seattle series. And you see Aaron Judge right there. He actually sat in on a Masahiro Tanaka bullpen, tracking pitches as he threw that bullpen session. No after effects of the work he did yesterday in that wrist, so all a good sign on the injuries as Jay Happ hits the first batter here to start the inning.
Well, Piscotty hit a home run in his first at bat. This time gets plunked leading off the fifth. And Piscotty's been red hot, 7 home runs in his last 16 games.
Oh, it looked like it just above the ankle. And Bob Melvin and a trainer go out and check on him. Looks like he's assuring his manager that he's okay and can remain in the contest. Yeah, I can't ever remember Earl Weaver coming out to check on me after I got hit.
He didn't want to hear it. He didn't want you to say you were hurt.
You know what? That's probably true. He didn't want you coming out of the game.
GMC scoreboard 1-0 A's. Here's Matt Olson with Piscotty on first, held by Voit. And a strike.
Good stop by Sanchez behind home plate.
High fly ball, center field. Hicks is there. Catch is made. Piscotty tags. But the throw comes into Walker.
Tell you, when you get out towards the deepest center field near that 400-foot sign, for some reason the lights don't really take effect. Maybe it's it just disappears into the darkness, and that kind of reminds me of that grand slam that Darryl Strawberry hit here, pinch hit grand slam years ago. Just disappeared beyond that 400-foot sign.
You know, I've asked outfielders because it does look so dark out there. They said it's not dark for them, but you know, I guess the specter of Mount Davis cast a shadow that way. Mark Canha takes inside. The A's also, after the game yesterday, they painted the grass in center field right around where Hicks is standing. Because when the Raiders play a game, that's where the stands are, and it takes this whole block of grass and discolors it.
They've got a changeover coming pretty soon, don't they?
It's Monday Night Football next Monday. It's the late game. They have a doubleheader the first Monday of the NFL season. Rams, Raiders.
And the Jets are the first game, right?
Jets, Lions. Grounded to second. There's one. And there's two. A 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. We played 5 here in Oakland, and it's 1-0 A's. here in Oakland. Coverage begins at 9:30 with the Chevy Yankees pregame. Then we're back with the call right here on Yes and streaming on Fox Sports Go. Luis Severino against Mike Fiers. Neil Walker leads off. The minimum 15 batters the Yankees have sent to the plate in the first 5 innings. Ryan Buckner is up in the bullpen, one of the 2 lefties available for Bob Melvin.
Yeah, he might be up in case the Yankees get something going, and Gardner would come up in this inning. Already got a lefty up in Walker. Walker did a good job of turning a double play. That was not an easy hop he came up with. The ball got into him a little bit, and he got the flip off to Torres, who really threw a bullet over the first base to Voit to turn the double play. A tough hop handled by Walker.
And the 0-2. 1-2. New addition to Sonny Gray's family. Declan Edward Gray was born on Labor Day, so congratulations to the Grays.
Congratulations, Sonny.
Grounded right side. Lowry bobbles, picks up, fires, not in time. So the Yankees reach again on an error.
Well, I just mentioned that Lowry had only made 3 errors all year.
Well, that could be Semien. Yeah,
that is Semien.
Semien, you're right.
So Lowry still has 3. Semien now has 20. Bobbles it. Tries to recover and can't do so.
Number 45, Luke Voit.
E6.
See it on Yesmo, brought to you by your Tri-State Mercedes-Benz dealers.
He's not used to being on that side of the field.
Luke Voit hit one a fairly deep right in the 3rd inning. But Piscotty made the play. You know, when you see Voit hit a home run, Ken, he has this little hop that he has coming out of the box. And I said, was he imitating or channeling Sammy Sosa? He goes, no. He said, I didn't even know I did it until people in the minor leagues told me that I did it when I hit a home run. He said, it just happens. It's not something I planned.
It's like he's trying to help the ball out of the ballpark. Get up.
Here's Sammy.
Back in his heyday.
Hop.
Yeah. Get up. Get out. Not quite as pronounced, but along those lines.
Grounded to 3rd. There's 1. There's 2.
Second straight inning. 2 for the price of 1 for the A's. Chapman gets the optimum hop, and then they turn it over.
Number 25, Gleyber Torres.
Here's Gleyber Torres. That was the 4th double play by both of these teams since the bottom of the 3rd inning. High fly ball, right field, long run for Piscotty. He can't get there, but it's a foul ball. Two outs into the 6th inning, and the Yankees are getting no hit. As we told you, their last hit was in the top of the 5th. That was by Adeiny Echeverria yesterday.
A lot of Yankees came out here for early hitting today, too. You know, you look at Torres batting in the 9th spot. This is where he kind of began the season. Maybe it's just a reminder the Yankee lineup is starting to fill out again. Now, and Duhar was usually hitting 8th. He's hitting 5th. But you saw Aaron Judge in the dugout, and with him, you know, maybe on his way back pretty soon, the lineup will be whole.
Ground ball, and there it is, the first hit for the Yankees. A 2-out single for Gleyber Torres.
It looked like a breaking ball. It kind of hung up there. Yep, it was about belt high, and he rips it through the hole. Semien can't come up with it, and that's going to be all for Mengden.
So Melvin's message is, you pitch a no-hitter, you stay in. You give up 1 hit, you're out. So Mengden is done. They'll call on the left-hander to face Gardner. Each team with 1 hit. And the A's lead 1-0. When the Yankees take on the Blue Jays, it's Yankees T-shirt day, and the first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees T-shirt courtesy of Sato. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com, visit the Yankee Stadium ticket window, Yankees clubhouse shops, or call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. Daniel Mengden, 4 2/3 innings of 1-hit ball.
Well, you can see where the left-hander would come into play for the A's tonight. Either the matchup with Gardner, or maybe if Bob Melvin wanted to switch Walker over to the other side of the plate.
Well, Ryan Buckner is in just to get Gardner. If he doesn't, they'll bring in the righty to face Stanton. So Buckner taking an awful long time. Finally, Gardner steps out. This will be Buckner's 43rd game.
Look out!
Wow. Did that hit helmet or bat? He's walking to first, so it must have been helmet.
Yep. Wow. Let's see.
I don't know.
Now the umpire is going to confer here. There's the bat behind the helmet.
Oh, it's definitely
it
bat.
hit the bat.
Definitely bat. And the umpires are going to get together and talk about it. And they're waving Bob Melvin off.
Yeah, it didn't have that helmet sound. You know, if you're Gardner, you're thinking, gee, first pitch. They're going to send him back.
And that's the right decision. And Gardner doesn't argue it because he knows he didn't get hit in the helmet. The Yankees are trying to scratch anything together, and
this is you know, behind the head, you're chucking, but you're going backwards to get out of the way, and it's almost like you caught. You don't know how to go. You don't go forward usually when you're trying to get out of the way of a pitch. And that's about as close as you can get without being hit in the head. So it's going to go down as a strike.
so Torres, who is at second, heads back to first. He leads, held there by Olsen. An 0-1 count on Gardner. Gardner's 0 for 2 tonight. Skied the other way. Long run for Canna. And he runs out of room and then runs into the wall. I think the wall took him by surprise there.
You know, this is his home ballpark. He should know how many steps until you get to the wall. Yep, all out effort here, and it kind of slipped into it. You see, that's not really dirt right next to the wall at the base of it. And that right foot's going to slip. He's lucky he wasn't.
I think there's a drain cover there.
Yeah, that's not good.
One and two.
And whatever it is, it's certainly you can't get traction on it.
One nothing A's on the Piscotty home run in the first inning. The only hit that Jay Happ has allowed. We're in the sixth. Got him. Buchter picks off Gleyber Torres to end the inning. So through 6, 18 batters for the Yankees, the minimum. The Yankees are going to check this out to see if they'll challenge. And they are not going to challenge as they got him. Well, where was he going? Certainly was leaning. And he gets picked clean. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. The New York Yankees may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Laureano leads off, swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. You know, we know the Yankees have a lot of injured players are trying to get back. But fundamentally, there are things that they've got to tighten up. You can't be getting picked off at first. They've made some bad plays defensively, bad decisions, and that stuff has nothing to do with injuries. Nothing. They've got to be better than that. You can't keep playing sloppy baseball expecting to win.
Well, you got a lefty on the mound. He hasn't thrown over first base yet, and he picks you off on his first attempt. Now, I don't know if he was going or not, or thinking about it, but certainly got caught flat-footed.
High fly ball to Gardner. One away here in the bottom of the sixth. We've seen base running mistakes. Yesterday, Hicks had a tough game in center field, and he's been great. They've committed errors. The error by Andujar yesterday allowed a run to score. Now, physical errors are going to happen, but the thing that bothers managers at Yankee Stadium, they had a runner picked off. They didn't run right at him, and they ended up losing the play. Those are things that they just have to tighten up. And there's a strike to Lucroy. Jerry's Familia.
Now you're getting into the real bullpenners out there for the A's. And this is what makes them difficult to beat in late innings. They've got choices of pitchers who've been closing. 3 different closers. There's Fernando Rodney, who they picked up, and of course they got Trinan, who's having a great year. He is the closer.
Lined into center field, coming on is Hicks. He makes the play to retire Lucroy. In all likelihood, though, they'll have Buckner still face Gardner.
Yeah, that's true. But then they can go to Familia if they want to.
Yep. Here's Semien, who is 0 for 2. Boy, you can't fault Jay Happ. He's been great. And economical as well. Just 64 pitches. 2 outs into the 6th.
Well, we said there's been a lot of first pitch swinging, and that means he's throwing first pitch strikes.
14 of 19 after that ball 1 to Semien. On Semien. This is only the second 3-ball count by Happ. Crowd of 17,536 on this Tuesday evening in Oakland. High fly ball left field. Gardner's there, and the A's go down in order against Happ. We take it to the 7th inning. It is 1-0 Oakland. for strikes. He threw 12 in the 6th inning. Now he threw 20 in the 4th. So 12 or fewer in every other inning, but the Yankees have given him 0 offensive support. Cadillac scoreboard shows you it's 1-0 A's. So the lefty stays in to face Gardner. Gardner was up when Gleyber Torres got picked off of first. And a strike. One and one. Hey, congratulations to the Yankees AAA affiliate, Scranton Wilkes-Barre, 73 and 65. They earned a wild card in the International League playoffs. They will start a best-of-5 series against Lehigh from the Philly system, and that starts tomorrow.
Yeah, they're going to play the Iron Pigs.
Yep.
Yeah. Good luck, guys.
And also congratulations to the Yankees AA affiliate, Trenton. They won the Eastern League Eastern Division title with a 79 and 61 record, and they start a best-of-5 series against New Hampshire, which is Toronto's affiliate, also tomorrow.
Yeah, those are the Fisher Cats. Yeah,
I think it's particularly impressive that Scranton Wilkes-Barre could make the playoffs. When you look at the amount of talent that the Yankees have brought up and gone back and forth, and still to keep their vision and their drive and to make the playoffs, that's pretty good.
Productive farm system.
Two. 3-2 on Gardner.
And Lucroy did everything he could. Looked like a goaltender with a kick-out save, trying to keep that ball in front of him. Watch this.
Grounded in the hole, backhanded by Semi, and the long throw, not in time. A single for Gardner to start out the 7th.
Simeon ranging to his right. Look at this on Yes Mo, brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer. There's the long throw. Of course, Gardner, with his type of speed, it's been difficult to get him.
So Gardner beats it out. Familia comes in to face Stanton. Come on back. local Nissan dealer. Not much to show. 1-1-2 for the A's. The Piscotty home run. 0-2-0 for the Yankees. Happ has gone 6 real good innings, and Leon Hendricks was the opener for the A's with 1 inning. And then Mengden pitched very well. 4 2/3, a hit, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. And the only run, as we mentioned, Piscotty's solo home run. So here is Jeurys Familia. The former Met will face Giancarlo Stanton, so they're familiar with each other when Stanton was with the Marlins.
Familia faced Stanton yesterday and struck him out.
One for 13 in his career with 9 strikeouts against Familia.
Yeah, you were talking about matchups before the game, and this is one that Bob Melvin is thinking about. He's got these numbers, and he knows that Stanton has had problems with this pitcher.
Hit sharply and thrown for a base hit. Now he's 2 for 14. So Gardner will stop at second. Stanton picks up a single, first and second, and nobody out for the Yanks.
Yeah, eventually against pitchers, they can't hold you down forever, especially when you had that many at bats against them. I don't know if he broke his bat or not, but still he got it through.
Now batting, number 26.
Yeah, that's not the hardest ball he's hit all year. In fact, I think I was reading of the 10 hardest hit balls this year, he's got 8 of them. And the other 2 belong to Gary Sanchez and Aaron Judge.
Here's Andrew McCutchen. Yankees threatening for the first time all night.
Look out.
McCutchen goes down.
A couple of Yankees diving here in the late innings.
Gardner at second, Stanton's at first. Nobody out here in the 7th. Yankees down 1-0. One and one. Familia likes the role, likes Bob Melvin, says he's really enjoyed it here. And he will be a free agent at the end of this season. Obviously a closer with the Mets, but they've got a closer here. His name is Blake Trinan. Did the inside move there and kind of stumbled.
Here's another look.
Not that smooth of an inside move.
I've seen yours. It's pretty smooth.
One and two.
Pumping that fastball, 97 miles an hour.
McCutchen 1 for 7 lifetime against Familia. Still 1 and 2.
That was his best swing of the at bat. one just a little bit better.
Stan has a big lead at first base. Now back to the screen by McCutchen.
Yeah, another good cut.
Aaron Hicks is on deck. Just missed inside, 2-2.
Here's another look. He's had a few of them on trying to dot the inside corner. That one wasn't really close.
Lowry trying to check Gardner back to second. Now backs up. And the 2-2. 3-2. Nobody up in the A's bullpen. This is Familia's inning. And he walked him. Tough at bat for McCutchen. Bases loaded. Nobody out for Hicks.
They found off some tough pitches, had some good swings. Sometimes when hitters have really good swings and pitches, that makes a pitcher want to get back to the corners. Then they get too fine and they miss. And Scott Emerson, the pitching coach, after the mound. The Yankees' best chance in this game so far.
Let's see if the Yankees can get the big hit. Yesterday, 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position. A sac fly, and then a 2-run home run by Voit when a runner was on first. So when they had runners in scoring position, they did not come through. So Gardner's at third, Stanton's at second, McCutchen is at first. And Pagan is up. Want to know. Bases jammed, nobody out. 1-0 A's. Yankees threatening here in the 7th.
Pretty good speed on the bases as well with Gardner, Stanton, and McCutchen.
Two and 0. How long will they stay with Familia? Pagan's about ready. 3-0. Well, Familia's throwing hard, but he has lost the plate.
Yeah, but you're right. He hardly knows where it is. You figure Hicks is going to be taking at least one.
And there's a strike, 3-1.
Hicks has shown a good batting eye. 36 walks in his last 41 games.
Three and two. Bases loaded, nobody out. 3-2 count on the Yankee cleanup hitter, Aaron Hicks. Familia gets the sign. And the pitch. I'll do it again.
That just adds to the tension. I can recall Bernie Williams in these situations. Bernie would get in the box, get ready to hit. Just when the pitcher's ready to go, he'd step out. Try to put the freeze on it.
Yankees aching for a big hit. He walked him, tie game. That'll force in a run. Gardner will come home, and the Yankees get their first run of the night. It is 1-1.
Well, make that 37 walks in his last 42 games for Hicks.
Number 41, Miguel Andujar.
Melvin stays with Familia, who will face Miguel Andujar. Andujar is 0 for 2, reached on an E5 his last time up. Stands at third, McCutchen second, Hicks is at first. One and 0.
By contrast, Andujar is much harder to walk than Hicks. Hicks has one of the better batting eyes in the league. Andujar, anything close. Although at this point, Familia struggling with the strike zone. He's just as apt to throw one right down the middle, and then you just jump all over it.
There's a strike. Just clipped the outside corner, 1-1.
Yeah, he went to a slider. A good call by Lucroy, because at this point he just doesn't seem to have control of his fastball.
Wade did that one. 1 and 2. Long half inning on the bench for Jay Happ. So he wants it to be worthwhile with the Yankees plating some runs here. He has been great through 6. The 1-2. Still 1 and 2. A big game for both teams. The A's trying to inch closer to the Yankees for the first wild card. Also hold off Seattle. Yankees trying to keep their distance from Oakland, that if they are a wild card team, they play that game at Yankee Stadium. The 1-2.
Oh, that hurt. And that was a direct hit. Looked like right off the top of the foot. Yep. Oof. Looked like right at the base of the big toe. See the movement on the fastball. Coming in on him, he swings and hits it straight down. Tom Hallion, the home plate umpire, brushes off home plate to give Andujar a little bit more time. The Yankees still with good speed on the bases.
And still nobody out. Blocked by Lucroy. Count is 2-2.
Yeah, when the A's are playing in the infield, they're playing for a double play. So if they get one, the Yankees are going to get a run out of it.
Fernando Rodney has now joined Pagan in the bullpen. And the 2-2.
Look out.
Wow, what a dance by Stanton to get out of the way of that. Smile about it now because it missed.
Another pitch in there. This time he's a little quicker. Here's Stanton's move.
Haven't had a leg kick like that in this ballpark since Ray Guy. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Familia wins that battle, striking out Andujar.
Once again, that moving fastball in on the hands. This time Andujar swings over the top of it. There's the target for the inside corner. That looked like it was off the plate. That would have been a ball. But as I said, Andujar more of a free swinger than Aaron Hicks.
Here's Sanchez. A fly ball to center and then a 6-4-3 double play. That's what the A's are looking for right now. And the pitch inside.
There's that tailing fastball again. That looked like the pitch that struck out to Andujar.
The bases loaded this year. He's 5 for 7. Never hit a grand slam, but good numbers with the bases jammed.
The grand slam is like the big bonus, but right here a single will do the job.
Strike.
He didn't agree. Let me take a look. Yeah, that's borderline. Sometimes when a pitcher's been struggling with his control, he doesn't get the close ones.
1-2. Midnight, back on the East Coast. We thank you for staying up with us here on Yes. Good game, top of the 7th inning. It's 1-1. So sleep quick. Thanks for hanging in. They are really pushing the envelope with Familia. He's at 28 pitches. He also pitched yesterday. Melvin has a lot of other arms out there. 1-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 away. And he calls for Fernando Rodney with Neil Walker coming up. Well, the Yankees have tied the score, but yet to get the big hit. Walker against Rodney when we return. Of Familia. This is the 3rd picture used by Bob Melvin. And you see Rodney's numbers. He started the year with Minnesota, then traded to Oakland. This is his 59th game. 25 of 31 in save opportunities with the Twins, but he is certainly not the closer here. He's going to try to close this inning.
Well, the reason why Bob Melvin goes to him, he's got an excellent changeup. Which can be effective against a left-handed hitter.
Big spot for the Yankees. Bases loaded, nobody out. They get the walk by Hicks to tie the game. But then 2 strikeouts, one by Andujar and one by Sanchez. So now here's Walker. Did he go? No, he did not.
Started him with the changeup.
Walker is 0 for 3 against Rodney in his career with 2 strikeouts. Great numbers with the bases loaded. Not this year, but 333 overall with 3 grand slams. Popped up. A long run for Chapman. And he's there. Now Walker slams down his bat and his helmet, and the Yankees just do not get the big hit. They do tie the game with a bases loaded walk. But there's the Yankee frustration of late. Game is tied 1-1, 7th inning stretch. And you see the Cadillac scoreboard 1-1. Yankees with 3 hits, the A's with 1 hit, the home run by Piscotty, and 2 errors. Matt Chapman will lead it off. And a strike. Happ has been brilliant through 6. And he had to be because the Yankee offense has not been there. I also think that what we saw there with Andujar and with Sanchez, as you see David Robertson up, and it's not just them, so it's not fair to put it on. There's no 2-strike approach in baseball anymore. There's no, oh, I have to get a sac fly here. Everybody's trying to hit the ball out.
Well, they both left the strike zone on strike 3.
Yep.
Swinging strike 3. And to me, when you're batting in a situation like that's when your plate discipline has to be at its best. You saw the difference between Hicks's approach. I mean, he got the 3-0 right away. Familia threw 2 strikes. He fouled 1 ball off, but he still wasn't anxious enough with the bases loaded to chase ball 4, and he took it past the baton.
(3-1). And we mentioned a very long half inning on the bench and somewhat cool weather for Jay Happ. And that's why they have Robertson up, although the pitch count's in very good shape for Happ, just 75 pitches. Fouled away. Foul back. Jed Lowry's on deck. Ground ball, base hit between Voit and the bag. McCutchen fields and flips in, so a leadoff single for Chapman. Well, that's only the 2nd hit that Happ's given up, and Kenny, it's now time for Built for Baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile. He's been very good.
Yes, he has, Michael. He's had 5 strikeouts along the way tonight. With these Oakland A's who came in with some hot hitters, we mentioned it. Good location on his fastball, good change up there. He's also got a couple of double plays when he's needed them. So Happ has held these A's more or less at bay. But now he's got a leadoff single to deal with.
And this will be Happ's first time in the stretch all night. So here's Lowry, who was 0 for 2, fouled out to first and struck out. And that was a stall tactic by the Yankees. They just wanted to get Robertson more pitches. Here comes Aaron Boone. So certainly a quick hook on Happ. He hasn't signaled yet. Just 78 pitches and pitching great.
Trying to explain to him why he's taking him out of the game. And maybe it's the 3rd time through the order situation.
Well, it'll be Robertson against Lowry. Good performance by Happ. Now they turned it over to the Yankee bullpen. 1 run. The runner at first is his responsibility. Walked just 1, struck out 5 while throwing 78 pitches. And Kenny, a nice bounce back from his lone bad start since joining the Yankees. So,
well, you know, he had won 5 in a row to that point. I mean, you can't be perfect every time. So I just think that, as you said, a nice bounce back tonight. The A's have come in hot, very warm hitters, if you will, in their lineup, and he kept them at bay. Only gave up 2 hits.
Here's David Robertson against Lowry. Shift is on. 3 infielders on the right side, and the breaking ball is inside, 1-0. Lowry is 0 for 2. Fouls it off.
Another thing after Lowry, you got 2 right-handed hitters coming up. That could be another reason for the move. Chris Davis, Piscotty.
Fouled away. Two for 9, but 6 strikeouts. Lowry is against Robertson.
And you got to be thinking that Aaron Boone's aware of those numbers. 6 Ks. Of course, Robertson has one of the best breaking balls in the league. Good curve. Uses a cutter. Tried to put Lowry away with a hook right there.
Two and 2. Chapman leads off first, held there by Voigt. Swing and a miss, and Lowry down on strikes.
Got him with a hook. 7th time in less than 10 at-bats he struck out against David Robertson.
Now batting designated
Oh, that was a good one. Just fell right off the table.
David.
Got Lowry down on one knee. Get down on that knee. You ever do that, Mike? Get down and propose on it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Once. Here's Chris Davis. 1-0. Does not get cheated on his swings. 1-1. Davis, 6 big league season. He's 30 years old. You know, about the 40 home runs, 106 runs batted in. Bob Melvin is plotting the last couple of innings.
Robertson was hoping for the call there. That wasn't all that inside.
Swings at a pitch out of the zone. 2-2. in the bottom of the 7th inning, 1-1 game, middle game of this 3-game set. Missed outside. Tried to get the fastball by him.
Tried to get him to go for it again out there.
So 3-2 with 1 out on Davis. Piscotty's on deck. Davis strikes out a lot. All likelihood they don't run Chapman. And they didn't. Ground ball foul.
Yeah, the running game is not the big thing for the A's. Last in the major leagues in stolen bases.
Did he go? No, a walk to Davis. Just held up. And that moves Chapman into scoring position for Piscotty. Boone did not like that call.
Now batting, right fielder, number 25, Piscotty.
It's a good thing that the dugouts are a long way from home plate here. We'll take a look.
I agree with Boone.
Yeah, I do too. And it looked like it was a little too far. His argument should be with the first base umpire, Dan Bellino. He's looking towards home plate.
Outside to Piscotty, but they call it a strike.
Maybe hearing something from the other side of the field. Yep, that's what I thought. Yeah, that goes to show you what this game means to both teams. And it's not so it was a strike. It's just the way that Sanchez caught the ball. That's what threw the A's off.
Strike 2. So Piscotty is in a hole 0-2. First and second, 1 man out, bottom of the 7th inning. 1-1 game. Robertson on a relief of Happ. And a foul ball.
The usual put away pitch for David Robertson is his breaking ball. You saw him get Jed Lowry to chase one that looked like it was going to be in the zone and then just dove right out of it.
Chapman's on second, Chris Davis on first with 1 out. Piscotty at the plate. Swing and a miss, got him. 2 down.
Definitely looked like a curveball. Down and away. Chased it out of the zone. Piscotty's reaction after leaving the strike zone. There's the snap of the wrist, the spin, the dive, the strikeout.
Sanchez wants to make sure on what's going to happen here with Olsen. Goes out and talks with Robertson.
Yeah, different situation here with a left-handed hitter up here.
Olsen 0 for 2. Fly ball to left, fly ball to center. And swings over the top of a great breaking ball by Robertson.
Yeah, he's got a good one tonight. All of them have been snapped off pretty well.
Now one low, 1-1. One and two. That just caught the outside corner. Boy, that drum could really drive you nuts.
I don't know if the people at home can listen, but
Oh, they hear it.
You know what they're thinking? It's 12:30 at night. Somebody's beating a drum.
How does a drum have anything to do with the Oakland Athletics? Two balls, two strikes, two outs, two on. Just 2 runs in the game, 1 apiece, 1-1. Yankees have 3 hits, the A's have 2 hits.
Now they're checking on the count here. Two and two. Yep, that's.
First 6 innings of this game flew by, but now every pitch is so important to both teams. Swing and a miss. Robertson rings up 3 strikeouts in the 7th, and the A's strand 2. We'll go to the 8th inning. Yankees 1, Athletics 1.
Breaking ball tonight. It was very sharp. I think he gets Olsen on 1-2. 3 strikeouts, all 3 on breaking balls that leave the strike zone. You can see Olsen's reaction much along the same lines that he got from Piscotty and also from Lowry. 3 strikeouts.
All right, now a battle of the bullpens. And these two teams have 2 of the best. 1-1, 8th inning. Fernando Rodney came on to get the final out of the 7th with the bases loaded. Here's Luke Voit. Voit, Torres, and Gardner. 8, 9, and 1. And a strike. Hyundai scoreboard 1-3-0 for the Yanks. 1-2-2 for Oakland.
You know, the thing that made Rodney so successful over the years, and he's pitched for several teams, he's got that changeup, and he's had a bit.
That one's drilled deep to left field. If it's fair, it's gone. It is gone. Yankees take a 2-1 lead.
Smile on his face. 7 homers in his last 12 games. I was going to say Rodney's changeup is one of the best, but he's also got a mid-90s fastball. That was another changeup. He threw him 2 in a row.
Where would the Yankees be without this guy?
Well, they wouldn't be smiling now.
Pitch upstairs.
Yeah, it's funny. Reggie Jackson and I were talking to Voit before the game, and we were saying true home run hitters can hit home runs anywhere in the ballpark. I think that's the first one he's hit to left field for the Yankees this year. All the others have been straightaway center or right field. He knew it. There's the one-arm salute.
On StatCast AI, powered by AWS. Launch angle 30 degrees. Exit velocity 106.2 miles per hour. So he has homered in 3 straight games. We're pumped up.
That's the number 8 hitter, folks.
And there's a strike to Gardner. Last 12 games, 375, 7 homers, 13 ribbies, and 5 walks. And there simply can be no complaint by Greg Bird. It'd be unwise to play anybody else but Voit. He has relegated Bird into a pinch hitting role. Missed low. Zach Britton's up for the Yanks. So you do the math. If Britton pitches the 8th, Betances is coming on to pitch the 9th. Chop towards second. There's one. They cannot turn 2 against Gardner. So a fielder's choice as Gardner reaches. And that brings up Stanton.
Now batting, number 27, Giancarlo Stanton.
Now with Rodney on the mound, this might be a good pitcher for Gardner to steal on because he throws so many changeups. And of course that gives him just a hair more time to get started and get going.
Two and 0.
That mid-90s fastball that Rodney had years ago, it's now down to low 90s, 93. That's a strong young man.
Three and 0 on Stanton. Don't be surprised that they give him the green light. Andrew McCutchen is on deck. And a strike. Three and two.
Gardner, pretty much, I would think he's kind of on his own. If he feels he can steal it, he'll be going.
He goes. Strike three. Stanton can't believe it, and Halligan is going to hear it from the Yankee dugout as Gardner steals second.
Yeah, that's just about everybody in there.
Now batting, number 26, Andrew McCutchen.
Unbelievable, says Aaron Boone. Here's Halligan with the emphatic call strike three. Well, that did look low.
One of the box, it's a strike.
Yep. Well, they got another runner in scoring position.
Here's McCutchen. Worked a big walk in the Yankees' 7th inning when they tied the game at 1. It's 2-1 Yankees now, top of the 8th. Eighth inning, Baltimore leads Seattle 4-1. Lucroy blocks it. It's Pagan again. Seems like Rodney doesn't really think about throwing strikes until he's 3-0. That hat is as crooked as it's ever been.
Yeah.
Probably more so.
Maybe because, you know, it's got that bright yellow bill.
Yeah, maybe it calls attention to it. And there's a strike. 3-1.
Yeah, I could throw out the hitters. It always makes it look to a right-handed hitter. He's looking at the outside corner.
And he walks McCutchen. Well, we told you when McCutchen came over, he's got a good eye and he will take his walks.
He's always had a pretty good on-base percentage during the course of his career. And that means you will take your walks. And he's going to give Hicks a shot here in the 8th inning.
Now, Emilio Pagano is ready. But because Hicks is a switch hitter, and Kenny mentioned this earlier, he's got the changeup, which is an effective pitch against a left-handed batter. There's a strike to Hicks.
Changeup.
Two and one.
Finally a fastball, and he missed. I saw Luke Voigt's home run to give the Yankees a lead here in this inning. It just seems to be the Yankees over the years getting some big hits against Fernando Rodney. Kind of recall Gary Sanchez taking him deep.
2-2. There's a base hit up the middle. Gardner round third. He will score. And they get McCutchen between second and third. He is tagged out. But the Yankees increase the lead to 3-1. The big blow off the bat of Luke Voigt. His 7th home run of the Yankees. 5 of these home runs have either tied or given the Yankees the lead. That one gave them the lead. It's now 3-1 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. WB Mason postgame, enjoying Bob Lorenz and Jack Curry as they bring you highlights and analysis from tonight's game. Plus, Meredith Marakovits gets Aaron Boone's reaction in the manager's report. It's all right here on Yes. So Luke Voigt's home run started it. Yankees scored 2 runs in the 8th. They lead 3-1 on the Hyundai scoreboard. New pitcher is Zach Britton. And this will be the first time that Gary Sanchez catches Britton. And Britton is very, very difficult to catch. So we'll keep an eye on that. Yankees tighten up the defense. Walker moves from second to third, replacing Andujar. Echevarria takes over at short for Torres. Torres moves from short to second. And there's a strike to Canna.
Yeah, you mentioned difficult to catch. This was just about anybody. Very hard sinking fastball.
Grounded to third. Walker backhands the lone throw. And they put in Walker for the defense or moved him over to third, and immediately it pays dividends.
Yeah, that was not an easy play. Walker, of course, this year has shown his versatility. He's been at first, second, third, and even in right field for the first time in his career. Straightens up. And now the long throw right on the money. Snares the hop.
So Laureano takes a ball. Now 2-0. Two and one.
Now we just saw a shot of Luke Voigt. And you mentioned Shane Spencer the other day.
Yep.
Yeah, that's, you're getting that vibe.
Ground ball to Echevarria. Smoothly fields and fires. 2 away.
It's Echevarria's it's his real deal. He's a tremendous fielder. I think I read where he'd only made like 2 errors this year, maybe 3.
He's going to be leading off the 9th inning because essentially he replaces Andujar in the order. Here's Jonathan Lucroy. He is 0 for 2, 1 for his last 17. And a strike from Britton. Who makes a nice catch on the return throw from Sanchez.
Echevarria, 64 games, 2 errors. That's pretty good for a shortstop.
Fly ball, right center. Hicks is there, and Britton comes on and works a 1-2-3 8th inning. We'll go to the 9th. Yankees lead this one 3-1. We go to the 9th inning. Yankees 3-5-0. The A's 1-2-2. Emilio Pagan's been warming for a while in the bullpen. They finally bring him in. And he will face Echeverria, Sanchez, and Walker. This will be the 48th game for Pagan.
He's much better against right-handed hitters. They're hitting less than 200, but the lefties are hitting 313 against them. And remember I said every inning with the Yankee starters, there's going to be a lefty batting it in every inning. So Walker's the guy in this inning.
Echeverria does not hold up. 0-1. Two. Betances is up. He will come in and try to close this out in the bottom of the 9th inning. High fly ball, left field. Hanna back, track, wall, leap, see ya! A home run for Echeverria, and it is 4-1 Yankees.
First with the Yankees and 4th on the season. He's on an 0-2 pitch. Smoked it.
Turned around a 98-mile-an-hour fastball and drove it 369 feet.
0-2 pitch. Oh, that was up near the letters. He's pointing at the dugout. He knows it's gone. Canna back, and he can't get it.
I have this intense curiosity, Kenny.
Tell me.
What could John Sterling's home run call have been for the name Echeverria?
You know, it's sort of like orange. There's nothing to, nothing rhymes with it.
We will find out soon enough what John said. I'm sure he had one ready. And there's a strike.
I think the best thing is see it.
See ya?
Echeverria, yeah. That one's taken though.
John can always borrow from me. (3-1) on Sanchez.
Well, the Yankees have scored in 3 straight innings here, and
that is over the leaping try of Lowry, a base hit for Sanchez.
Now batting, number 14, Neil Walker.
So here's Neil Walker. Now, shockingly, according to Jack Maldonado, the producer engineer of the Yankee radio broadcast, Sterling did not have a call for Echeverria. Very rare. I was there for his first custom call. Do you know who it was?
Let's see. We're talking late 90s, early 90s, mid 90s. Bernie, Tino.
Burn, baby, burn.
Yeah.
That's his first one.
Burn, baby, burn.
And then after I left, it became a cottage industry.
Burn, baby, burn. You got to say that a few times, didn't you?
Yes, he did.
In some clutch situations.
Three and one on Walker. And a walk as Pagan struggling here in the ninth inning.
And it's going to have Scott Emerson out on the run, the pitching coach. Got Luke Voigt coming to the plate. So Pagan has come in. He's given up a home run, a single, and a walk.
Now batting, number 45, Luke Voigt.
Well, Luke Voigt connects. He is writing one of the more improbable stories. And here he is again. Big cut.
He's trying to add another chapter.
Meredith Marakovits reporting that the home run ball that Echeverria hit is already in the Yankee dugout. Oh, and 2. Swing and a miss. Voigt down on strikes, 1 away.
Kind of a half swing at this one. Like he might have been looking for something else, and that was a fastball right on by him. Sometimes it doesn't pay to guess with 2 strikes. That was a good swing. This is Torres' situation. He's got 7 3-run home runs this year.
Swing and a miss. Looking for 8.
Yeah, he is. The first 2 swings were. Now this is where he usually makes adjustments with two strikes. He's more apt to use the whole field.
Fouled away. Sanchez on second, Walker's on first. 1 out, 1 run already in. Yankees lead 4-1. One and 2.
Yeah, but Sanchez is now kind of standing around the bullpen. He's ready. He's not throwing at the clip he was when he first got up.
Let me update the scoring for you. First inning, neither team scored. Second inning, the A's, a home run by Piscotty. Stayed that way. So the Yankees got a bases loaded walk in the 7th to tie the game. Then Luke Voigt's home run in the 8th gave them a 2-1 lead. Then Hicks had an RBI single as Torres goes around to make it 3-1. And then Echeverria with the home run leading off the 9th inning after coming in for defense makes it 4-1. So with Gardner due up, Bob Melvin will go to his bullpen again. Yankees have a 3-run lead. They're up 4-1, top of the 9th. Dean Kekeffer. This will be his 46th game. He made 1 start. And you see his numbers, 8-1 record. So we got a little vulture in him like Phil Regan. So with first and second, trying to keep it a 3-run deficit, the lefty will try to get Gardner. Seattle trying to play catch up with Baltimore. Now it's 4-3 in the 8th. Sense of urgency for them with the scoreboard in Seattle showing that the A's are trailing in this game. At one point this year, the Mariners had an 11.5 game lead over the A's. And then the A's took off, and Seattle didn't play poorly, but they kind of leveled off a bit. And now that lead is gone. Now it's a deficit. 0-2. Sanchez on second and Walker's on first. 1 run in on the Echeverria home run. Yankees trailed 1-0 going into the 7th inning. And the 0-2. Oh, what a stop by Lucroy. How did he do that?
Yeah, he's had a couple tonight where he's really scrambled behind home plate. This one looked like it was destined for the backstop, but no. Glove save and a beauty. Man, that's excellent.
Hard to get anything by him on the glove side.
Uh-oh.
Got by him. Runners move up.
And it's going to be a wild pitch. He was trying to throw one. He finally got one by him. Another pitch off the heel of the glove and the other direction.
Here's the payoff. Ground ball right side and off the glove of Olsen. And the throw to first is not in time from Lowry. Sanchez scores. And the Yankees lead 5-1.
And we're going to get a new pitcher. Here's Olsen ranging to his right. Ball off of his glove, deflected to Lowry. Throw to first, not nearly in time, and the Yankees have another run.
Attention, please.
Is back on yes as the Georgia State Panthers take on the NC State Wolfpack in an interconference clash. Live coverage begins at 12:30. Plus, get ready for more great ACC football matchups all season long right here on Yes.
Bob Melvin goes to the bullpen again. It's Chris Hatcher, the 8th pitcher used by the A's. And with runners on first and third, he will deal to Giancarlo Stanton. 1 for 4 tonight. Swing and a miss. They are bringing in Betances despite the fact it's no longer a save situation. They did not have anybody warming up alongside him in case it got out of hand. Well, 4 runs certainly not out of hand. But if Stanton hits one out now, one and one.
Gardner with his second hit in the late innings here. He's had 2 hits since the 7th inning. Eight pitchers tonight for the A's.
1-2 count on Stanton.
Lucroy's pretty good on the ones that are up too. Stopped several balls in the dirt. That one almost thrown back to the backstop on the fly.
So with a 3-2 count, Gardner will go with 2 outs. Runner goes, pitch, swung on and missed. Stanton down on strikes. But the Yankees had 2 runs on 3 hits and 2 men left. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning in Oakland. keep up an outstanding pitching night by the Yankees. Jay Happ 6+ innings, and David Robertson 3 strikeouts in the 7th. A 1-2-3 inning for Zach Britton in the 8th. And now Dellin Betances. Not a safe situation, but the Yankees need this win, Kenny. They had to stem the tide. You can't come in here and let the A's pick up ground on you as they try to get home field advantage. So this is a big game for the Yanks.
Well, Betances put them away. The Yankees with the potential to take 2 out of 3 with a victory again tomorrow night here.
And they have Severino going. So here's Marcus Semien. Outside. 96 miles an hour, the fast pitch speed analytics, sponsored by Fios by Verizon. Two and one on Semien. It'll be the top of the order for the Athletics. Ripped to left field, but Gardner is there to make the play. 1 away.
Don't you open? Now batting third baseman, 26, Matt Chapman.
That brings up Chapman. He has one of the 2 A's hits. He singled, the other hit, the Piscotty home run. Over the first 6 innings of this game, 3 Yankees reached base. All were erased. 2 on a double play, 1 on a pickoff. Then 4 reached in the 7th, 4 reached in the 8th, and 4 reached in the 9th. Two 2-0. So up to this point, the 2 vaunted bullpens in this game, the Yankee bullpen has done what it's supposed to do, and the A's bullpen faltered. Familia and Rodney.
Well, the A's only have 2 hits in the game, both surrendered by Jay Happ.
Strike 3. Chapman down looking. A's down to their final out.
Yeah, like I said, you don't want Tom Hallion calling you out on strikes. Here it is. Watch his reaction after this breaking ball for call strike 3. Jeez. Does he pull your chain or what?
Dignity of striking out is not enough. Here's Jed Lowry.
Like rubbing it in.
0-1.
So Betances keeps his streak going.
Yep.
Appearances with a strikeout.
Strike. 0-2.
It's now 37 consecutive appearances with a strikeout for Dellin Betances. He was ready to head for the dugout. Clubhouse.
Sanchez held it there, letting Hallion get a good look. Ground ball to Torres. And that'll do it. As the Yankees even this series a game apiece, and they beat the A's 5-1. Luke Voit with a big home run to break the tie. Then the Yankees added on after that. And as we mentioned, Kenny, I know the Yankees seem like they're in good shape in terms of the wild card. The Red Sox won again, but this is a big win for the Yankees. You don't want the A's to start thinking that they could have that wild card game here.
You know, exactly, and just you know, even if it's not here, you want to let them know they're getting in for a rough outing if they have to come all the way across country to New York.
And the magic of Luke Voit continues. What a pickup by Brian Cashman and the Yankee front office. And Echeverria with a home run as well, his first as a Yankee. We have
Not a show. This has been a presentation of the Yes Network. Soaring into history. Your home for award-winning coverage of the New York Yankees.